Californication by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Now we've got some Red Hot Chili Peppers stuff to give away as well.
We've got a Red Hot Chili Peppers platinum disc.
Brilliant. Only platinum on this show.
Yeah.
None of your gold muck.
Absolutely. We need some kind of quiz question, because we want to make sure that only a Red Hot Chili Peppers fan gets this merchandise off.
Okay, what about something like, famously they were, photographed with a sock over their what?
Anyone can get that.
That's too easy, isn't it? Notice I was all coy, I didn't want to say that. Why didn't I just say, oh no, because I was asking the question.
Yeah.
Wouldn't I? Yeah. What would people phone in, do you think? They'd have to say, oh, that's no good. It was there. We know what it was over there. What would I say? On Radio 2?
John Thomas?
John Thomas, over there. They think that's probably a member of the band.
Yeah.
What do you say when you go to the doctor with your trouble? Look, okay, I know what we're talking about. We're talking about a man's parts downstairs. That's what they popped us off on.
Well, if I went to the doctor, I'd be honest. I'd just say, excuse me, doctor, I've got a problem with my penis.
Wouldn't that make you laugh, saying that? Even to a doctor, even though it's an official term, wouldn't you be...
Well...
It's funny, isn't it, going to saying... Because you never use that term.
No, it's because it's formal, I suppose.
It's like you're trying to sort of like put on airs and graces because you're in the company of a doctor. What would you say?
What, if I had a problem?
Yeah.
I had to go to the doctor.
With your...
I probably wouldn't go.
What do you mean?
I'd show it to Suzanne and say, is that normal? No, I haven't. I mean, I'm 32,
Why
right?
should she know necessarily?
No, just, you know, they
She's not a doctor, and there's nothing about you that's normal. So I can only imagine.
No, but you know what I have, you know, Suzanne, my girlfriend, wants me to go to that Wellman clinic. I've said, whoa, no way.
Oh, yeah,
unless I'm really ill.
Well, you should. You should get everything checked out.
I know, but...
Finger up the...
I know,
so what's the quiz question?
What's the funniest term for it? No. What do women call it when they go? Because that's even worse, isn't it? I don't know. What does your mum call her?
She's never sort of brought it up with me. What do you mean, what does she call it? And even when I was a kid, she didn't give it a name. It's just, even now.
What did she call yours then, when if you had, mummy, I got a...
She didn't.
What, you never discussed?
Why,
you had a pain?
No, just get on with it and that.
What did you say for if you wanted to go to the toilet when you were little?
I'd just say, oh, I'm just nipping to the toilet.
No, when you were 3, you didn't say, alright, mum, I'm just nipping to the toilet, get me fags ready when I come out, I'm dying for it.
I never gave it a name.
What do you mean? You never said, what, so how did you let your mum know I wanted to go to the toilet?
I think, well, we hadn't moved, we lived in the same house for ages, so I knew where the toilet was and stuff, and I just let
Not when you were 2!
Well, I honestly, I can't remember then, if I did have a name.
Spend a penny?
What do you say now?
Well, I don't have to announce it, I know where the toilet is. I don't understand the question.
I don't know, what's the quick question? Oh, this is difficult, isn't it? We haven't planned this show.
We'll play a record.
Someone's accusing this show of being pre-recorded. Someone said, oh, is this pre-recorded? If we pre-recorded it, we'd have edited out the bad bits, wouldn't we?
Why would we have had that conversation?
It's like, oh, it's 10 past 12, let's do headlines. I remember Carl trying to prove it was live last week, and he was saying things like, it's Christmas Eve.
Well, weirdly, actually, there's a couple of mentions of you. I always like to check where you're mentioned in the papers, Rick.
Right.
The Daily Mirror mentions you in their surveillance section. I don't know if you noticed this. This is where they kind of, you know, for instance, Kiefer Sutherland was spotted having a pint of Guinness in Dublin.
Yeah.
So that's interesting, apparently. And it says here, Ricky Gervais and others were seen at Jon Stewart's show at Prince Edward Theatre Soho. Wasn't that like 2.5 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago?
And I was on stage. That's why I was spotted. I was working.
But I
went on stage with him.
Spotted at Reading Comprehensive in 1973, Ricky Gervais. We just had the news.
Also, my favourite one in Spotted, they have it in the Heat and stuff, and my favourite was spotted on the set of his new movie, Johnny Depp. I mean, he's pretty much gonna be there.
That doesn't count, surely.
That's the same as train spotting. Oh, I saw the 2:30 from Crew. Where was it? Crew.
Yeah.
What time was it? 2:30. There's a surprise.
Well, I was also looking through The Sun, and you can, again, if you want to prove that we're live, you can check this out in today's copy of The Sun. Flipping through, and there's a picture of you, Rick, and it says at the top, comics, they're as funny as cancer. I thought, that's a bit harsh. And I mean, most people agree, and it turns out they don't mean that you're as hellish as that. It means that actually, you're apparently star sign Cancer. Is that true?
That's right, yeah.
Well, apparently, so is, Jennifer Saunders and, Peter Kay, Mira Sayal, and apparently that's the funniest of all these star signs.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with that. I would disagree with it, because, whenever anyone says to me, they're reading their stars, and say, what star sign are you? I give them a wrong one. They read it. They go, that's just you. I go, I'm not that.
Yeah.
Because it's, I mean, can I say twaddle? We've said penis, to hell with it, twaddle. It's twaddle. Black Star by Radiohead on BBC Radio 2 with me, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant and Karl Pilkington.
Alright.
I forgot to
set the quiz question.
I know, well I forgot.
How are you, can you even call yourself a DJ?
I don't!
What, well, no, clearly. I mean,
I'm a broadcaster.
We've got this Red Hot Chili Peppers Platinum disc to give away.
Well, what about that one? What do you call your little...
That's your quiz question. On Radio 2, on New Year's Eve, your question is, what do you call your thing?
If you're a man, what do you call your little dinkle? If you're a lady, what do you call your... thingy front?
That's unbelievable.
Well, I don't know, do I? It's as arbitrary as anything. So that people, and other funny names, nothing nasty, and we'll read them out. Remember, we won't read it out if it's nasty, but what's the, you know, what did you call your little, what's your little name?
Unbelievable.
What?
I mean, it's BBC Radio 2.
So, have you seen the dregs they put on these shows? I mean, people who couldn't get a job anywhere else.
What are you talking about? It's top caliber broadcasters on this station.
Who?
I can't name off the top of my head. It's people who they don't want on Radio 1 anymore.
That's true, isn't it?
Alright, well, 88 291, 0500 288 291, or you can email gervais@bbc.co.uk. And, well, I'm not even mentioning I'm not sullying my mouth.
What do you call your little ding-dong, your little willy wanky woo? What'd you call it? What'd you call...
Unbelievable.
Well, but there's some... we learned something.
And yeah. And we'll give away this platinum disc to whoever's got the most droll, the most amusing, the most charming.
After What Do You Call Yours, another Bible reading.
One of my songs of the year, it's Emily, by Stephen Fretwell. I really enjoyed that one.
Beautiful.
We are looking back at some of the big news stories of the year. Still to come, of course, I should just point out, we've got Monkey News.
Oh, that's the big one.
We've got the final part, it certainly is. We've got the final part of, Carl's sermon, and we haven't even got to Jesus Christ yet, so, you know, it's gonna be dynamite when that guy makes an appearance.
Yeah.
So we're all looking forward to that.
He better, because if he doesn't, you've missed out on quite a big thing in the Bible. Well, anyway, go on.
Plus, of course, you've just set this, possibly the worst quiz question I've ever heard on any radio station ever. Do you want to recap?
What do you call your, little...
Your little fellow or your little madam? Yeah, sure.
Exactly.
And you can win the,
Being rewarded for that.
Yeah.
Being rewarded with sharing with the nation what you call your little thingy.
Red Hot Chili Peppers Platinum disc to give away. Carl, what have been some of the big news stories that have hit you this year?
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Well, I don't really watch the news, do it? It gets me down a bit.
Sure.
Sometimes, you know, you're better off not knowing. I sometimes wonder about, you know, the way we've got satellites and stuff, and you know what's going on the other side of the world. Should we know? Do you know what I mean? Does it do us any good?
Right.
Knowing stuff? So, I mean, you've
That is
mentioned...
brilliant coming from Carl.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an amazing quote, isn't it? I mean, it's not "we will fight them on the beaches," but, does it do you any good knowing stuff? It's pretty much what sums you up. I thought your New Year's resolution was to learn one thing a day.
All I'm saying is, normally, when you see people who are brainy, they never look like they're that happy.
Like who?
Einstein, Hawking. They all look a bit, like, fed up and that. They've got loads of knowledge.
Let's leave Hawking aside, with the way he looks, please.
Look at
You're
Einstein.
such an idiot, Carl. You're such an idiot.
Look at Einstein, then.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Then look at me. I'm happy. Right?
You have no reason to be, though.
Anyway,
And Einstein was happy. He was gallivanting around, he was having a laugh, he was going to parties, he was hanging out with Marilyn Monroe, he was loving it, he was inventing nuclear weapons, he was having a whale of a time.
Party time.
Anyway, all I'm saying
He was, you know, hanging out with, what's his name, McFly?
Right.
It was brilliant.
So, normally, I just pick up on the stories that sort of make me go, oh, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Right? Two that stuck out for me in 2005. Blind people. Not always using dogs now, they've got horses.
Well, that's ridiculous,
What are
that's
you
not
talking
true.
What are you talking about?
It is true.
What do you mean?
They're trying it out. People, you know, they've got guide dogs and that.
Yes.
They're sort of saying, why stop there? They're giving
Well, do you know why?
You can't get a horse in a library.
Exactly.
What?
Because dogs can go into Tesco's with you, and go round to visit your auntie, and sit at your feet. What do you do with a horse?
No, it just cuts out the middleman. If the horse knows where it's going, person gets on the back, off it goes.
Oh, don't talk rubbish.
Where
True
did you
story.
read this?
Where do you read this?
I've got it printed off, I can show it to you.
Oh,
It's
so
in
it was
bag.
the internet. Of course it was the internet. Yeah. I mean, when will you learn?
But why is that such a mad idea?
Because you haven't got the whole idea. I bet it is something. I bet there's a grain of truth to it, right? But there's no way that they're going to be used like guide dogs. I mean, just think.
I'll look at the news story during the next song and we'll get to the
What
bottom
else?
of it.
What else? Well, there must be another news story that's got that.
Yeah, it's another one.
Go on.
Chickens and that.
Go on.
A fella had a problem with a chicken, wasn't laying enough eggs and that. He got an axe, put it next to its little house that he was living in, panicked it a bit, laid loads of eggs.
I don't know. How is that a major news story?
No, it's not major, but it's interesting, isn't it?
What?
Well,
Frightening a chicken into laying an egg?
Yeah. No,
So-
they're sort of the two things
That's
that...
the only two news stories
That's
in the year that have
amazing.
caught your attention.
I mean, that's plus monkey news, obviously, every week you keep up to date with monkey news.
But what do you think about when you hear about that chicken? What?
I don't think anything of it because it came from you, so you probably got something wrong. Or it was a little fluff piece in a tabloid that just someone, they had a slow news day.
Until quiz
With the
night.
Scale-electrics.
Until the old pub quiz night, when there's no one else who will have you on the team.
Sure.
And
Oh,
suddenly
he's
you want to be
done
your
him
best mate.
Done him again!
Right.
Yeah, where's his mum and dad then, Carl? Yeah?
In
Yeah.
Bristol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
I love the fact you can insult me but never insult my parents. Please. Feeder, Butt Rogers. XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Karl Pilkington.
Carl just said to me, so what face would you have to me? And I went, what do you mean? He went, well, whose face would you have? And I went, I don't know. A boy's, so the skin would be regenerated. He went, oh, no, it'd be a bit weird. He said, oh no, someone famous. And I went, I don't know. I went, whose would you have? He went, Barry Sheen.
No, but what I meant was, when I was talking to
Barry
Suzanne,
Sheen?
when I was talking to Suzanne about it,
Yeah.
saying this is amazing, she said, well, whose face would you have?
Right.
Now, it's got to be fairly recent to have the skin fresh, because it can't be too old.
Right.
So I had a choice of, like, Barry Sheen,
Yeah.
or, what's her face, off Last of the Summer Wine.
Who?
Who's the old woman who just passed away?
Thora Heard.
Thora Heard. So that's what I meant, if I could have any face, because she said, well, you could have had Tom Cruise or something. I said, well, he's not dead. She said, no, but you could have had that.
You give yourself restrictions in your fantasy. So like, look down to your picture. I love the idea that someone getting you a call. Mr. Wilkerton. Hello, it's Dr. Hanrahan. Barry Sheen has just passed away. And you go, oh dear. Yeah, bad news and good news. Do you want his face or... Do you want his face?
Does Suzanne go out with you, like, for charitable reasons?
I love
Is it like you can adopt a boyfriend?
I love the fact that she encourages you.
Well, she was saying about Tom Cruise, and I was like, oh, you know, she said, you know, he's not a bad-looking fella or whatever.
So, well, what she's saying is, Carl, is there any chance you could go and get a different face? Maybe something like Tom Cruise would be
But
good.
then I was saying, right, first of all, he's got to be dead, and he's not. But if he was, and you had that done, would you feel like...
People looking
you
at you on the
something?
tube.
Well, no, like, say if the people who made Mission Impossible said, well, we want to do a third one, would I be in me right to say, well, I don't want to do it?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't mean to be offensive, Carl, but your girlfriend could do a lot better than you. I don't know what he's
I love
thinking.
the idea of this whole conversation about you in Tom Cruise's face, and then get offered a film.
But
Okay.
why does she have conversations like this with you?
He was now on last night. He was now on the telly.
I
having a
love
chat.
it. What should we talk about? What about getting a new face? Oh dear. Oh, that cartoon. If you don't know what Carl looks like, there's a cartoon that was in last week's Heat, isn't it, that I drew. It's on the website. What's it going for now? Bid.
I think it's at about 225 quid at the moment.
And what do they have to do to bid for it?
Just email in and I'll pass it on to the website people.
I know why Heat put it in. It's because the editor, Boyd Hilton, looks a little bit like you, doesn't he?
Sort of my ugly brother.
He's probably listening, and he says nice things about you.
Yeah, you can still say nice things, but I bet he knows deep down. You know if you're good looking or not, don't you?
I can't believe
Come
it,
on, Steve. I mean, what do you think?
This is going crazy now, Carl. I don't know. You're just, the insults are flying left, right and centre. You've got no limits. You've just gone crazy, you've just gone wild. You're swanning around just because you look like Tom Cruise.
I think it's because he's been hanging out with Christian O'Connell.
Yeah.
And they're both thinking, yeah, we're...
Couple of media players.
Yeah.
Too big for their boots.
Yeah, not scared. Although he's scared of Christian.
No, he's terrified
He's
of
scared of Christian in here because he's not allowed to do monkey news.
No. Well,
Because
yeah.
Christian wants to do it. He's scared of him.
I'm not saying that, right? Christian...
To do monkey news, but Christian wants to do some monkey news. I'm not allowed.
Once around the block. Badly drawn boy. I like him. He's funny as well. You know what? I think he looks like if me and you were put in a blender, Carl. Do you know what I mean? He's got my sort of shape. He's got your sort of accent. And...
I think when you put in a blender, does that... would a voice sort of mix?
The times I thought of putting the two of you in a blender. That would
Do
be
you remember,
joy.
I told you that thing about the sponges, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, that freaked him out. You know, if you get 2 sponges, and you dye one red and one blue, and you liquidize them, we pour them into a tank of water. After a couple of hours, there's a blue sponge and a red sponge, because they're cells now, and they reform. And do you know what he said? He went, how'd you kill a sponge then?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, what a great thing to say. Oh, my back's killing me, because I went, you know, I did my back in last week, and I had to get a chiropractor out, and I couldn't walk. Well, as soon as I could walk, I mean, I came in here on my day off and did when you were in Bristol with your mum and dad looking after you. And then I went to Selfridges Sunday, and...
Well, you got a bit of money now, why not?
yeah, and, I went into the sports department, and, there's a golf simulator there, £38,000, and it's just like a shed, and I was looking at it like a kid in a sweet shop, and the 2 blokes that work there, they recognised me and went, "Oh, right, I said, yeah, good." When I was just looking at that simulator, it's brilliant, isn't it? He went, "Do you want to have a go?" And I went, "No, I'm crap, I can't do it." I said, and I got a bad back. And I went, "You have a go," and he did it in a couple of times. He went, "Oh, that's not bad." And he went, "Do you want to go?" I went, "Yeah, go on then." and I put it all down, and I really tried my hardest.
Of course you did.
And it took off, and it was really good shot. And he went, "Good." I went, "Well," I said, "I'll go." And I was thinking, I've got to hit this one as well, I've got to hit this one too. And I hit it again, I had 3 goes. I hurt my back after the first one.
Yeah, but you carried on.
And he went, right, I said, "Cheers, thanks very much," and I walked away. And I went to Jane, I went, "I've got to get a cab." She went, "I've done my back." She went, "Well, why did you show off?" I went, "I had to."
Of course you did. That sums you up. That just
I was in agony. I was all the way back, I had to lay on the floor and put ice on my back again for about 3 hours.
What was the best you thought could happen? That they would just say, "Oh my god, that guy, that's Ricky Gervais. Is there nothing he can't do?"
That's exactly what I wanted. Yeah. As I was seeing that, I go, "Cheers," yeah. As I got about a few yards away, I just slowed down, and Jane go, "What are you waiting for?" I go, "Listen."
Yeah.
And it did go, "That man is a god."
Yeah.
And I go, "Come on, Jane, let's go home." Yeah.
That's just all... have you ever been able to walk through a fairground, past one of those machines, those test your strength machines,
yeah,
and not have a go at it?
I don't think I'd be very good at that.
I bet you cannot walk past one of those rifle ranges and not have a go.
I love rifle
but
ranges.
You've got to be the best, I imagine.
Yeah, if someone had just won before me, I'd go, "It's not worth it, it's fixed."
Sure.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Pathetic.
Yeah, so that's why my back's, it's ridiculous, isn't it? But I hate not being able to do stuff. It's like I'm punishing the injury.
Yeah.
I know if I laid in bed for a week it'd be better, but I go, no, why should I?
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I used to hit my head on the banister or something, and I used to go and get a hammer and hit the banister. And then I started thinking, when I was about 8, I remember, if I'd hurt myself, I'd go, "Ha ha, God, didn't hurt."
He's up there thinking, "Oh, bloody hell."
How mental is that? Carl, what are you thinking, mate?
Right, Rockbusters, that's what I'm thinking.
Straight to it, go on then, who's the winner?
Right,
I've got to do the clues again.
Right, the first one was, the hitchhiker needs a lift, but in something bigger than a car.
Yeah, snappy, go on.
VH.
Yeah.
Right, that was Van Halen.
Van Halen, hailing a van.
Because he wanted something bigger than a car, that's the first one.
Yeah.
All the tenses are mixed up, everything, it's just, go on.
Second one, don't be selfish, hand some of that out to your mates, that was C, that was share. Alright. It's alright.
Yep.
And the third one, the Scottish fellas can't get into their emails, the initials there, KL, they, Kenny Loggins.
Right. That's the last time we do Blockbusters. That is the last time we do it.
No.
It is. That's the last time. Give the prize to someone.
Kenny Loggins. I'm gonna give that one to
Kenny Loggins.
Helen Perrott. She has emailed in, and actually, Helen, I need you to email in your address if you would, so we can send you those goodies, DVDs in the bag and stuff.
But who would get Kenny Loggins then? If the clue was good, who would get Kenny Loggins? What did he do? Footloose?
Yeah.
That famous film about where dancing was banned.
Yeah.
In that nebulous... yeah.
That's an extraordinary film. I saw it once in America. Like you say, Kevin Bacon in a town where dancing has been banned. I was watching it. It was like if aliens had been watching Earth, but only monitoring us through our TV and films.
Yeah.
And then tried to make a film about humans. That's the film they'd end up with.
What do you think, what do they think of, Queen the Musical? Because they're, of course, rock and roll's banned, isn't it?
In the future. I'm not looking forward to the future, Rick, where feelings and emotions are going to be banned.
I can't believe it. Where's our hoverboards?
Yeah. So yeah, well done to Helen Perry. Is that the last time we do Rockbusters?
No,
Yeah.
do it again.
Yeah,
next week.
after the break, monkey news.
Oh, we'll play, oh yeah, we'll do a break. Don't know about Monkey News, got some other stuff as well.
We're doing monkey news after the break.
So,
We'll go back tomorrow. Wise words unless you're talking about pension plans. That's Feeder on XFM 104.9.
Wise
Gervais, Steve Merchant, Claire Sturgis. Competition time. I haven't got the usual competitions of songs of phrase and monkey news and the other Carl nonsense. You know, I'm not.
There's no cheapest chimps. There's no cheapest chimps this week. I'm
It's back
devastated.
next week. It's back
Well,
next
I
week.
don't know.
Although, let's just do a quick cheapest chimps. Okay. So, chimpanzee that. Cheapest chimps. Do you know how much a chimp is, Steve, to
Not
buy?
really, no.
55 grand. Okay, the competition is this. We've got 5 tickets.
No,
Five
we've got
pairs of tickets, to give away, to the new Spike Lee film, 25th Hour. And, I've seen this and it's really great. It's got Ed Norton, in it and, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Really good. It's an 18 certificate, so you can only, call up and get into this free if you are over 18.
Or unless you look 18.
Yeah, let's face it, as long as you look
exactly.
18, yeah.
I don't think they're going to ask for ID on the door.
Yeah.
But if you look like 14, then there's no chance.
And you probably get some fags and beer as well on the way.
exactly.
Yeah,
But if you're 16, 17, you look old enough, you've got a bit of facial hair, go for it.
yeah. Or wear a long beard.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
No, we're not going to condone that. Please be 18 years or over.
Yeah.
It is an illegal offence.
Exactly.
Call 08700 800 1234, and as it is such a great film, the competition is this. Do you want to go to this? A, yes. B, no. So,
C, I'm not sure I can make it Wednesday, any chance Thursday.
D, I think I'll wait for it to come out on video, you know.
E, I don't really like Spike Lee, I'm a racist.
Call in. So
Hang on, we should just point out that, yeah, it's Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Did we make that clear?
Yeah.
Wednesday at
Wednesday
6 o'clock.
yeah.
A, yes. B, no. C, Wednesday's no good for me. D, I'll wait for it to come on video. E, I don't like Spike Lee, I'm a racist.
Yeah. What is it? 08700 800 1234?
That's the number, yeah.
Okay, bother Claire with that.
The answer's A, by the way. Correct answer.
No,
Yeah.
nice.
If you want to go, that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But tell the truth.
I'd love to have some more music.
Yeah, sweet.
I feel some Smiths.
Oh,
Classic.
Yeah.
Reel Around the Fountain.
Good choice.
Smiths, Reel Around the Fountain, XFM 104.9. Well, we've given those away then.
Yeah, it went very well.
Have you got enough now? You don't need
Yeah,
more.
yeah,
Yeah.
got them all, yeah. Everyone said the correct answer. A.
good.
They would love to go. One person, actually, who was it? It was Tom, said C, but his sister Sarah would love to go. So
Oh, well, good luck to Sarah. I
Yeah,
hope she's over 18.
yeah.
Yeah, 'cause otherwise that is illegal. Here's to the rules.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happy.
I don't know why. I'm just in the mood for toasting things.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's Easter.
Yeah. And we know what that
bless
means,
him.
don't we?
God bless him.
Eggs. Go on.
Absolutely. Well, we were chatting about the Innovations catalogue, and it just because I've just been flipping here through the TV magazine, which comes free with the Sun, and
Is there anything on the back? A plate or a figure?
the white trash that must buy this rubbish. I mean,
know.
this one. I don't know how you describe that. There,
Oh!
classy, isn't it?
Oh,
It's
dear.
a porcelain doll of a young woman.
Looks like Ginger Spice with her hair up in a blue dress.
Yeah, it is strictly limited to 9,500.
Oh, am I going to get one? Well,
And it says,
why did we waste time with the show? Shouldn't I have been calling?
Well, look, it says.
How much is it?
Well, she can be yours for the special half-price offer of just £94.50.
Is that all, really? You're not winding me up, are you, Steve? You're not winding me up, is it? Because if I look at it, it's 940, because I think it should be. I will go mental, because
Well, hang on,
I would love that porcelain piece of shit for 100 quid on my shelf.
Hang on a minute, Rick. Let me just read you some of the
Who
write-up.
buys that? They think it's art.
It's classy. Well, hang on, I think this blurb will change your mind.
Go on then. Okay, well, I'm just... Okay.
Her name is quite simply Dearest Rose.
I'll have it.
Oh.
And she's portrayed here holding a beautiful...
Well, I mean, of course it's going to be Dearest Rose, isn't it?
Let me read it,
It's
because
not
I
going to be... Her name is Bert.
Dearest Rose is portrayed here holding a beautiful bouquet of roses given to her by her lover. She has gently plucked some of them and placed them in her chestnut hair.
Oh,
She is wearing a gown.
Oh, that's filthy.
She
Oh,
is
look, she is as well. She's stuffing them up
on her head.
All right, go on.
She's wearing a gown of beautiful turquoise silk. Her skirt flows to the floor, and from beneath it, you can see her dainty shoe just peeping out, decorated with a tiny handmade rose.
That is brilliant.
And it is beautiful, and it's and you can pay £9.45 a month for 10 months.
Yeah.
And that can be yours. And I think you'll agree, it is just beautiful.
I mean, the best one I've ever seen, there was one that there was a doll, right, like a realistic doll, you know, a horrible, scary doll, and it was something like, you know, £100, and it said, call your family and tell them it's a girl. And I just imagined this 45-year-old woman with bunches and rouge on her hair, still dressed in her ballerina outfit, going, I've had a baby, mother. You haven't? I have! It's a bloody baby! Why do you hate me? It's a doll! Why do you hate me? I mean,
I know.
What sort of people are they preying on?
Well, that's one.
Just had a baby. Sorry? Call the doctor, you call the doctor. Don't call the doctor, I've had a bloody baby!
Well, I remember seeing one which just was extraordinary. I mean, again, I'm thinking specifically of the people that buy it. It was about 3 foot tall.
Yeah.
It was, I think, again, made of porcelain or possibly plastic. It was a baby. It was like a sort of, it was like a kind of 1-year-old baby, like, that was the design, wearing a Harley Davidson biker outfit. The leather cap, the jacket, the nappy.
Rather like Marlon Brando did in the Wild Bunch.
Unbelievable.
Oh dear.
I mean, the scum. I saw recently, I was flipping through one, it was wedding rings. There was a selection of exclusive wedding rings. Imagine imagine getting down on one knee and giving your beloved a themed Lord of the Ring wedding ring.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Will you be my wife? Better still, my troll.
Oh dear.
I mean, the scum that must be, that they're preying on, like you say. I mean, unbelievable.
It's those sort of houses that I remember, going into as a child sometimes when you met a friend from school, and, you'd go into their house, and it was like a shrine. I remember some people kept the polythene on their 3-piece suite.
Yeah.
There was some when you weren't allowed in the front room. Like, couldn't go in the front room, and it's sort of, you look around and there's all these dolls and that, and it's just like, oh god, scary, what in God's name happens in this house after dark?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
But the people who keep the polythene on their sofas, it's like, who are you waiting for? What day are you going to use this? Because I'll tell you this, the Queen's never coming to tea.
Tony Blair's not going to pop in unannounced, covered in grease.
No, exactly.
in dungarees.
Exactly.
I won't sit down. You can sit down. You can sit down, Tony. I've been waiting for 40 years. Look, I've had a baby. It's not a real baby. It is a baby!
Is this door locked?
Why do you hate me?
Oh,
God. Call your friends and tell them it's a girl.
So if you're one of the scum that have ever bought anything from one
Trash.
of those, normally you'll get maybe commemorative plates.
I know. I tell you what, if I ever win the lottery, I'm gonna buy all them up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy all them up in one foul swoop.
Well, there was
That'll be
one,
amazing.
I think it was Cliff Richard. It was a commemorative plate of Cliff Richard.
That'd be great.
It said, Cliff never ages. Cliff never ages, and neither will this.
Really? Did it say that?
Yeah.
Tell your friends and tell you've married Cliff Richard.
Yeah.
Look, I've married. It's a plate. It's not a plate.
I sleep with it.
I've married Cliff Richard. Remember that mental case that was thought she was married to Mike Reed?
No, I don't remember that.
Oh.
No, I do.
Now, is this Mike Reed, the former DJ, or Mike Reed, the entertainer stroke actor?
It's former DJ. And it had a shot of her just prancing around in the nude with a feather boa on, saying, I'm married to Mike Reed or something.
Wow.
She was obsessed with him. That's libelous.
I mean, is she still looking for the fellow?
Yeah. Oh, what would you do? Imagine you were in a love triangle between her
me
and Louise Woodward.
Oh, right, okay.
Would you? And they were fighting over you. And I think they can both get pretty violent.
Yeah.
I mean, if you know, fight. I mean, no, but I mean, I'm not. I don't
Well,
know
I'll tell you
that.
what I do. I do what any gentleman would do in that situation, and I'd let them wrestle it out, nude, in a hotel room. Let's just, just see how they go.
Let's have a record. Sorry to call the lawyers and tell them it's a girl. Coldplay, XFM 104.9.
In fact, can I just plug something?
Go on.
Because you can hear Coldplay live tonight from 7 o'clock, the whole Earl's Court gig on XFM from 7.
Blimey.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
To Coldplay.
To Coldplay!
Happy Easter!
Happy egg. Well, Well, that's about it from us, isn't it? We got, you know, to be honest, I didn't miss Carl at all.
I didn't miss Carl. In fact, I felt we worked harder, we did a better show without him. I think he's dead wood.
Well, I think that we should, you know, tell him that we don't need him. If he turns up, it's fine. If not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that will wind him up.
Oh, he'll be livid.
If, you know, if you could send, could you send Carly emails saying, to Ricky or something, because he gets all those, doesn't he? Or to Carl, saying, the show was better without Carl.
Yeah.
Can you please do that for us? We'll tell him the truth. He'll hear it. He'll come back and hear it. So we know it's a wind-up. But I just want to see his crushed little face Monday. Is if you can send as many emails as possible saying this show was better without Carl, I will be grateful. And I promise I'll tell him the truth next week. Do you think I can do that for us?
I think so.
Is it carl.pilkington@xfm.co.uk?
Yeah. And it's Carl with a K.
Yeah,
Carl with a K.
and send some to me, because he'll read those next week as well.
Yeah, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Yeah, just say it was...
Send some to me as well, and pass them on,
pass them on, yeah.
And to the head of XFM.
Oh, what's his one?
Yeah.
Because he won't get in trouble, because obviously Andrew's listening, so he'll know it's a joke. But
Andrew.phillips@xfm.co.uk.
in fact, could you send a load...
Marketing manager, Charlotte Susan at
Yeah, Andrew.phillips@xfm.co.uk, just saying, it's so much better without Carl, because it's got a bit self-indulgent, he just does his same old stuff about Auntie Nora farting, and it's not big and it's not clever, and the man's a fool.
Yeah,
so if you do something like that, you know, make stuff up as well. Thanks very much. Happy egg.
Happy egg indeed. Can I just end with a tune?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ed Harcourt. I don't know if you've listened to his current album.
Yeah,
but
new
there's
album
some
sounds good.
some nice treats on there, and this is one called "The Birds Will Sing for Us." A nice way to end.
See you later, cheers.
Happy Easter.
Do the email thing. Egg.